diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I slept in. I said, fuck it. I'm sleeping in. I needed it. And it was awesome. I'm going to get to bed late because my grandson was over. That's the most time I got to spend with my grandson. That's the most time I've ever got to spend with that grandson. And God, he's so like me. We get along great because we're both Millers. That's the way we are. Good afternoon and welcome. If you're here, please say hi. And I'm presuming that is Patricia B. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. And yeah, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. So I picked this topic because, gosh, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now. So easily and so easy to get caught up in the kind of stuff that is going on. It is. It's real easy. It's pretty easy to get angry right now, isn't it? I mean, would it be so easy to find a reason just to be mad? Wouldn't it? But we don't live in that life. See, I'm getting good at this, Patricia. I don't know who you are, but I enjoy you being here. So that's the cool thing about what I do is I get to touch a lot of people's lives, and I may never even meet them, and that's fine. Sorry. All right. Like I was saying, I picked this one because I'm just feeling a lot of hate out there and pain, anger, pain is what it is. So now this doesn't mean you have to walk around on eggshells, but remember that there are topics out there that are very important to certain people. If the topic was homelessness, then I would probably get uppity about it, right? Right? But I don't. Even when it's my own stuff. Good afternoon, Gary. Good to see you. Hope church was good, dude. Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to Crosswinds Church. Gary set that up for me. They're our food bank, and they worked wonderfully for us this week. It was fantastic. Awesome, man. So how do we go about? Does that say 8? Oh, this is 3. What? I'd almost be nervous if there were 8 people on here. So yes, and we're all going through stuff. Okay. When this stuff happens, it affects you. It does. Um, I'm very careful who I let on my timeline. Okay. My timeline is usually full of people in recovery talking about good things in recovery and stuff like that. Um, but it also has a bunch of people in recovery, that fight for certain things. So now I myself have to watch that. I don't try and post anything that has anything to do about what I do. I can't. Because if I have an opinion on something outside of what it is that I do, then I'm going to be marked. I'll be marked, and then people will start treating me differently. They will. So I will tell you, I really have no opinion on outside things. But I do understand that other people do, and it is very legitimate, and that I can be patient and tolerant with that. Okay. Patience and tolerance is our code. I guess I should have put together a reading for this, huh? Something tells me June 26th in here is something we need to read. Let's talk about resting on my laurels. Who I like to add. That's one of my favorite topics, right? But we're talking patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. All right. I'm going to mix the two. I think I could pull that off. How can we pull that off? Have you ever gone to an AA meeting? It is exactly what you needed to hear. Okay. That's because AA fits any way it needs to. It is just like God, all encompassing. Okay. Something that touches the stuff for our lives over here can be touched over here too. Right. So that all fit, everything that you do fits together. The way that I describe recovery is that it's like a big puzzle, and every piece that you put in just fits exactly where it's supposed to because you said it went there. Your recovery is your recovery, and you make those decisions. Okay. You do make those decisions. So let's get to see what this says. How many of us would presume to announce, well, I'm sober and I'm happy. What more can I do? Can I want or do? I'm fine just the way I am. It's a little unthinking, isn't it? Well, I'm sober. That's great. Let's do this thing. Oh, well, I'm sober and happy. Yeah, and you probably are happy at that time. I'm going to tell you something. This too shall pass. What are you going to do then? Now that you're not happy anymore, what are you going to do? You're going to go back to your addiction, is what you're going to do. You don't know anything else until you have decided to come in here or a treatment center or a 12-step group to disrupt that. You will continue to get what you put in. Now, when it works with the way that it works with this is if you put in half, you get nothing. You don't get half of the program. It's an all or nothing thing. Think of it like pregnancy. You're either pregnant or you're not. That probably wasn't the best example right now. I apologize. I mean that. I apologize. See, that's it. I just That's why I love doing what I do because it's all an example. That wasn't very tolerant of me, wasn't. Nor was it very kind. Okay? I didn't stop to think on that. So, in a way, I'm glad I said it now so that I can show you that you can make a mistake, be human, and move right along. And I'm fine just the way I am. That was the problem in the first place. And now that you have the hooch out of you, you feel better and you think you know better. Like, it's the same thinking that got to where you were a week before. The problem is our forgetters work phenomenally. I could not bring into the consciousness of a week ago of the embarrassment that I had uh, felt, gone through, done. Wasn't the words I was looking for, but I need to add something. Experience has taught us that the price of smug complacency, or more politely, self-satisfaction, is an inevitable is an inevitable backslide, punctuated sooner or later by a very rude awakening. Okay, so we said we're done doing this. Okay, 2 days have gone by, feeling good, sober, I'm happy. I think we can do this thing. We're on the right road. We're on the high horse. Our significant others happy, and bam, We hit the floor with such a disgusting outburst that it topped all others. And you'll know what I'm talking about. This was about the point when your brain said, fuck it. You know what? It's clear. It is clear to me that I cannot handle alcohol. And every time I drink alcohol, I just make things worse. I'm a horrible person. Why the fuck am I even here, God? Why? You know what I'm talking about. We have to grow or else we deteriorate. For us, the status quo can only be for today, never for tomorrow. So, how does this tie in? I think we're talking about you. Can you be patient, tolerant, kind, and loving of yourself? Change we must. We can't stand still. Am I sometimes tempted to rest on my laurels? All right. Laurels is sitting on your ass, but it's not quite that. Laurels is taking credit today for yesterday's success. Every day. So today's a new day. If you have slept since the last time you have done success, then you need to do one today. And it's actually very easy. It is easy. Just go to a meeting. Just go to a gosh darn meeting and talk. That's all you got to do. That's it. Share your experience, strength, and hope. Talk with your sponsor. Talk with people. I got somebody call me a little bit later. They got more time in the program, but I got a feeling they got something they need to talk to me about. Okay. See, quality. Okay. You can have quality over quantity, but you're going to need the quantity before you start getting the quality. I know that sounds like a mess, but it's true. I've never seen anybody get quality without time, including Dr. Bob and including Bill W. It took him time. What he had was a sudden revelation of something. Hey, Sue, good to see you, honey. What Bill had was a sudden revelation of something. Okay. That doesn't mean his work was done. He still had to do the work. He was still pounded by depression through the 60s. Okay. And he tried several things that just they didn't work. And it was the St. Francis prayer that saved his ass with that. Because what he understood at that point was he had to grow up. That we grow up, but we don't grow up emotionally. And we need to have that emotional stability in there. We need to understand emotional sobriety and what it means. It means that we do not utilize other people for our own happiness. We do not utilize people for our own joy. We do not utilize other people for our own success. Right? So when we help people, I'm going to ask you something. Is that our success? They're doing the work. They're doing the work. You're just yakking. Yes, that is a success. Why? Because you stayed sober. That's it doesn't go beyond that. It does not go beyond that. Make sense? Okay. Guy I helped out last week. He's back in detox. Does that make me unsuccessful? No. Does that make him unsuccessful? Fuck no. No, that's not how I work, guys. You know that. There is no loser or winner here. We're all winners if you do the work, okay? But just because somebody isn't doing the work doesn't mean you're a loser. Just because you haven't grasped the program does not make that person a loser. It makes them sick. it makes them sick. And that's where we need to bring in patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. Because they're going to be talking circles and it ain't going to be something you want to talk about. They're going to be talking about, oh, yeah, my past, this and this and that. Okay. And you're not going to want to sit there and listen to their drunk-a-log. You're going to get bored. There was this one, but it's all they know. It's all they know. Let them talk. Let them talk. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to say something. They're going to give you something that you'll be able to use to tie their ass down. And if you're too busy not listening, if you're being intolerant, you ain't going to hear it. Another big thing on resting laurels. All right. Is time success? This is a hard one because it's going to make some people angry. 366 days of sobriety is something we do not celebrate. 364 days of sobriety, we don't celebrate. I'm gonna plug in my camera. We don't celebrate those days. 365, yeah, I'll be happy to celebrate with you because it's the day. No, 300 days is not a liable thing to post on Facebook to tell everybody, "Oh, great job! Such a great job you've done, staying sober 300 days." I'm gonna tell you something. That's gonna get you drunk. So my answer to that is yes. It is a success when it's 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 18 months, or multiples of years. That is when you celebrate your stuff. I'm not a big fan of the app that counts your days. If you're a chronic relapser, fucking get rid of it, please. Because all you're doing is counting down to when you're going to drink next. That's what you're doing. Somebody wasn't thinking when they put together that app. They just put it together. There are a lot of good things about the app, but there are some things that app that just are not good for us, including counting time. Okay, I have no fucking I have no idea how much time I have. I know I have a little over 6 years. It may be close to 6.5. I don't know. I don't care. We have today and we have today only. You can't change it. You ain't God. You are not God. I am not God. Thank God. Thank God we're not God. Did I finish that? I don't think I did. May I look around me and see that all living things are either growing or deteriorating. Nothing that is alive is static. Life flows on. Even this mouse right here, not a real mouse, right? As we speak, it is deteriorating. Right? Everything does. Except cockroaches, right? May I be carried along on that life flow, unafraid of change, disengaging myself from the snags along the way, which hold me back and interrupt my progress. Today, I'll remember that living is changing. And what is that? What is that? That is a living amends, is what that stuff is, right? They didn't say it, but there's an implication there. What? Because a living amends is becoming a better person every day. It doesn't have to be huge leaps. Some days you're gonna feel like you're going backwards. Okay? But the fact that you even notice that you were going backwards is progress. That is progress. Now the question is, are you claiming spiritual progress? Is that my chip? Thank you. Woohoo, my chip got washed. Yay. Now my sobriety's really clean. Stupid jokes. Stupid jokes. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm going to go relax the rest of the day. I'm going to hit a meeting. I wasn't able to get to my noon meeting today, so I'll hit a meeting. A day off doesn't mean I don't hit a meeting. I enjoy meetings. I do. It'd be like not decompressing for the day. I enjoy doing that too. Okay. Um, I enjoy meetings. Why? Because my life is full of joy and I have a lot of experience, strength, and hope that I just love to pass on. And but for the grace of God, He lets me do that stuff. So probably hit the well, I ain't gonna hit the 2 o'clock meeting, am I? All right. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. Thanks. Oh, we have people here. We had Gary. We have Patricia. Let me get to my chat here. Come on, chat. We had Patricia. We had a bunch of people that were on that didn't want to say, which is fine. And Sue was here. So I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. Bye.